is iRacing.
This is the final round of the IMSA Vintage Series for Season 2. Between Jacob, Brendan, and Christoph, it's going to be very tight. Jacob needs to hold on to the position by 4 points over Brendan Lim because he'll win the tiebreaker. So Brendan needs 5 points or higher to pass up Jacob today. That's going to be hard to do. Christoph Lesniak needs 11 points to get past Brendan for P4. That's going to be a hard ask as well.
By about 0.03 of a second. That just goes to show the pace Jacob had today.
And so Jacob will be our pole sitter out there in the GTPs with Christoph Lesniak lining up next to him. Brendan Lim is in a really good position to defend that third position in the championship by starting off third today, with Henrik Schreibig joining us once again on row 2 behind Lesniak. The Porsche pace car has pulled off. Jacob Reed is going to lead them to the line and doing so very slowly at this point. Is he going to give Christoph Lesniak time to get alongside? He does, but Christoph decides not to, and he's going to lose out to Brendan Lim, who takes the jump at the start of the race. Jacob waited as long as he could and took the green flag. Brendan Lim trying to make some speed, but look at that. Lesniak trimmed out. He's going to actually take the inside line and going to have the line into the first turn. Great move from Christoph to maintain second.
And the leaders are going 2 by 2. You shouldn't be too surprised at this, because this is what we expect on a draft track that is known as Le Mans Historic.
Lesniak was happy to sit behind, but Brendan Lim is not. He wants to get that lead. He wants to get it now, and he's going to do so. Late on the brakes into the Le Mans turn, and he's going to get that done. Lesniak is shuffled all the way back to 5th position and is dropping back even further. Brendan Lim is going to lead this race with Jacob Reed in 3rd position as he's trying to battle with Henrik Schreibig. And take some more fuel. He got some damage as well. Here's the lead of the GTPs, though. Jacob Reed looking to repass Brendan Lim and Henrik Schreibig. As you mentioned, I saw him within 1 second of our leaders by the time he got to the front straightaway, so I thought that he was going to hang with them. But unfortunately, they're too quick. They're too trimmed out, and Henrik is not. So he loses the position to Christoph Lesniak behind as Brendan Lim and Jacob Reed trying to negotiate the lead. They're not doing this the quickest way, but they're doing it in the way that is the most fun for sure. And they still have broken that draft to the cars behind. That's 1.5 seconds. That's what that looks like on track between our lead pair and the behind quartet.
Yeah, what a view that is. Fantastic work there from Daniel on the camera till you start to see these 4 all start to groove in. Lesniak needs this lead of this pack, and he gets it. Welcome to Peloton Racing, iRacing style.
That's actually happening in the GTOs right now. Ian Haycox is 1 second behind Van Hicks and Schuster, and that gap is growing right now as they get to the straight.
And Schuster realizes this, he's bump drafting. Brendan Lim had a little bit of a mistake coming into the Mulsanne corner. He had to now work for this, so he's going to have to try and find a way to catch up with Jacob Reed. Your closest gap right now is these two, Lesniak and Lim. Then there's only two other battles, going on with just 2 cars. So all the GTPs are very spread out at the moment. That's an advantage for the GTOs. That will split them up a little bit as Lesniak goes into P2. That will split them up.
Brendan Lim spins it!
Oh, is that a spin there? Yeah, that again, that's just going to help those GTOs when it comes to multi-class.
And Brendan Lim had closed the gap back up to Lesniak, but now Nick McConnell and Phil Lake are back up there with Lim. So this is the last step on the podium, the battle now between McConnell and Lim. And Lim's going to have those hot rear tires that do not cool down right now. Phil Lake is going to be in the draft, and look at the speed he's getting. He's 196 to their 191, and that's seems a little glacial when you're in your car, but 5 miles an hour on a straightaway like this can make all the difference. But Phil, deep into Indianapolis. Oh, almost contact between the two of them. If he would have clipped Brendan Lim there, that would have sent them both around, but he outbreaks Lim to the corner, and here's Jack Wells clinging onto the back of that battle as well. About a second up to Makanos. Phil should still be in the draft. He'll get the draft and be able to cling to Makanos as long as Makanos doesn't take the Porsche curbs quicker or Brendan Lim doesn't decide to take the inside. Let's see what happens here. Brendan Lim's going to look to the inside of Porsche, and yes, Phil is going to send it deep into the first turn to make sure that Brendan Lim does not get alongside.
And that all started because Phil managed to get a really good run. He kept all the speed up and took the challenge around the outside. And
Brendan Lim!
Brendan Lim had a moment out there, and that's a moment at Arnage, the slowest corner. Oh, I know what he's done. He cut too much of that outside curb.
Absolutely, and second mistake on the day. He had the first one at the Le Mans turn, and now at Arnage, he's made a similar mistake. Henrik Schreibeck, trying to make it around Phil Lake, is able to do so this time around. Henrik recovering from his slower moments early in the race, but the GTPs are broken up at this stage. As we mentioned earlier, there's a second between all of them, at least a second between all of them, whereas the GTOs, the top 13, are still nose to tail. Here's what happened to Brendan Lim.
Yep, there's a curb just here on the left. And people's trying to say,
Oh, Phil!
Phil Lake as well had a moment. He caught on some of the gravel as well. And he just put too much there. There's a little bit of a bump there. And I remember saying that the curbs hit that curb, locked up the tyres there. Very tough, and they went side by side. I wonder if this is Ian just giving him the, oh, hello, Brendan, just giving him the look bite to see if he can get it. He will. I don't know if Ian's got the top speed now. It's looking very tough for him right now, but we've got to look at the front of the field.
They've lost the draft, and unless they have raw pace over the next couple laps, they're going to be in trouble. But look at this. Our leaders have the GTPs of Jack Wells and Brendan Lim battling for 4th position tucked in with them. This can affect the battles for sure, and it gives extra draft advantageous for him to catch up.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. That's what he is doing right now, and I know Friesen's probably going to do it as well. Philip Lake having a little bit of a moment there. I saw that at the Dunlop chicane. Just a small, unfortunate moment. It's such a tough corner to really get right because you want to be braking just as you start to hit that kink before that little right-hander, so it's really tough to get your lines all sorted here. Brendan Lim still battling hard, and thankfully he's past the traffic now. That's just what he wanted to do.
And so now we take the deep breath and take a look at our results for this race. Jacob Reed takes home the win over Christoph Olesniak. Nick McConos comes home in a distant third. Jack Wells comes home in 4th position with Brendan Lim in 5th. Henrik Schreibeck is going to come home in 6th position with Sony Mied in 7th position. Speaking of that, we want to close out here today by thanking the IMSA Vintage series for bringing us on for this season, and we want to give a big shout out to the team that covered this season: Craig, Howie, Jake, Steven, Christian, Daniel, and Dougie. Also, make sure to check out our social media, website, and merchandise store, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well so you don't miss a moment here on GSRC. Next season is actually going to start with the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. That's June 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern. But next up here on GSRC, that's the Skip Barber Race Series at Bathurst. You're not going to want to miss that one. That's tomorrow at 5 a.m. Eastern. And don't miss the other upcoming races here that you see on your screen. We hope you've enjoyed joining us this season as much as we've enjoyed bringing this racing to you, and we hope to see you back again soon. But until next time, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.
This is iRacing.